Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, 9th of July. Today, everyone was watching Fed Jerome Powell testimony, and basically, he's stacked into the script. Market has perceived a slightly hawkish Jerome Powell. Some of those hawkish comments were a policy rate cut is not appropriate until the Fed gains greater confidence that inflation is headed sustainably toward the 2%. Elevated inflation is not the only risk we face, and reducing restraint too soon or too much risks reversing inflation's progress. On the other hand, dovish comments from Jerome Powell, we have made considerable progress toward the 2% inflation goal. Recent monthly readings show modest further progress, and restrictive policy is helping put downward pressure on inflation. Markets will be waiting if Powell gives any more meaningful or new signals tomorrow in this speech, Jerome Powell speech at 10 a.m. But basically, the U.S. interest rate futures remain mostly unchanged in the aftermath of the text release. We can see here that we are still pricing more than 65%. This was previously 70%, now 68%. But I mean, we are still there pricing in the first interest rate cut in September. So, what was happening today in terms of price action? I'm long right now down here. I'm long in this pivot here with this pivot entry right there. That was a limit order, and the stop is down here, and my target is this liquidity up here. We have a big, huge inverse fair value gap and another zone of liquidity. But due to the fact that we've been chopping and basically we are doing lower highs and lower lows, so we are really, I mean, this is quite clear. We are trending to the downside. So I'm being pretty cautious. I don't think we are going to revisit even this close of this candle, which I think was a big push to the downside and then higher low into a change of trend. Now that we are trading above the 45 EMA, I'm more confident, but as you can see, the price action is pretty slow. Nvidia was 3 or 4% up here. And notice how we've been nailing this short for our fair value gap, 50% retracement, and then shorts jumping in. The 50-minute tells you a story of slow grind into a rejection. So the daily still was quite bullish, trying to build some volume, but this candle right now is telling you a lot of things. Another stock that is suffering today, it's Microsoft. Look at this, 1.30. It's basically melting. And we don't have a clear catalyst for that. Something interesting is that all banks are in the green ahead of this Friday JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup earnings. We are starting this Friday with those banks, the new season of earnings. Looking forward to that. And this is quite important because financial sector, it's pretty important. XLF today is 1.40 in the green, and it's actually breaking out this zone of, look at this beautiful consolidation into higher lows and breakout. XLF is in good shape. Russell is trying to hold still in the middle of nowhere. We are stuck in the middle, but breadth is actually improving a little bit. We are trying to find some kind of momentum into the other range of this wedge coiling. Momentum is still building. We are still flatlining in the two other long-term and trend indicators of 50% and 200%, 200 daily moving average and 50% daily moving average. So basically, it's nothing on the horizon for breadth. It's still a concentration of big stocks. Tesla is really strong today, also helping the Nasdaq to really build a case. I'm still long. I mean, I have a pretty nice trade here. If I'm stopped out, it is what it is, but I have a 1.5 risk reward ratio or a 53, so 1,000 bucks, risking 200. That's the best setup you can have. And you have to manage the risk like this. I was watching this first step. Let's go to the 5 minute, because basically I was in my weekly recap during the weekend. I told you about this area of consolidation between two fair value gaps. We have the 30, we have a 15 minute, and then we chopped during the overnight. And that was pretty, I mean, this was going to be revisited. It was revisited, and then we pushed and sorry, and look at this price action. It was shit, rubbish, garbage price action. We then started going lower. I had this kind of pivot here. We bounced it, but again, the price action was not providing me what I want. I want a big imbalance. I want big snap of price action. More or less like this. You can see this is way bullish than the price action here. So that's why I'm long, but I'm not too confident yet, because I'm not seeing a lot of things in Nvidia. Nvidia dropped down and then buyers stepped in. But after Jerome Powell comments and knowing that the daily it's showing you this kind of gravestone doji, I don't know, maybe we have to wait a little bit more for a bounce of 20,400s or things like that during this pivot, and then we can have a higher low here. Also, the fib retracement of this range, the golden pocket would be this one. If we adjust to the new, to the lower pivot, it's even at that zone. So we really need a pullback in here. In the 1 hour, we are seeing clear rejection. We did a new all-time highs during regular trading hours, and most probably we are going to head down to this zone down here. We are not holding the ultra bullish fair value gaps. I mean, the people that is buying long-term up here, it's not a good idea. I'm day trading this right now, but I'm not buying for the long term. I'm trying to pick some bottoms for nice risk reward ratio, but as you can see, the position is not looking pretty good. Risk reward ratio is still there, but we are quite weak. We are still in the green because during the overnight we were holding the all-time highs from yesterday, but this looks like a delayed pullback that we are going to see today. So, and I don't have too much else to show you, honestly. I'm still waiting to see if Friday earnings push this market higher. We have the financial sector pretty strong. The ES is stronger than the Nasdaq is right now. It was trying to hold the high of the break, but it's now going lower. So a new signal of weakness, as you can see down here. So it is what it is. If this trade does not work, I'm going to close for the day and wait for tomorrow or after tomorrow and continue seeing the price action. I think all these people that was here, we are going to at some point retest this zone of 20,500s, 600s, this zone up here. So I will be waiting there, maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, I don't know, but today looks like Jerome Powell, it's just closing the party. So it is what it is sometimes. And that's all from my side. As always, I'm just stopped out. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos like this one every single day. Market forecasts, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that the trading day is not over yet. We are still seeing lower highs and perhaps lower lows. We have down here the last week high, but we are melting. We are melting. Nvidia's weak. Microsoft is carrying this market downward, and I mean, for now, I think I'm shutting down and waiting for tomorrow. Patience, discipline, and overall risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.